Welcome to iWondAIr, and yes, you're hearing that right. It's iWondAIr, the space where we let our thoughts drift and see what big ideas take shape. Today, in our very first explainer, we're diving into something we all do, something that's maybe the most human act of all. Just asking a question. So let's kick things off with a simple question. What's the one thing you can do that a buffalo can't? I mean, what really separates us from pretty much every other creature out there? It's not just about having thumbs or making tools. No, it's something way deeper. Something restless that's always churning inside of us. And right there, that's our starting point. We're going to talk about the animal and the glitch, a tale of two metabolisms. All right, take a look at this buffalo. It's the perfect example of, well, an answer. The world for this buffalo is a closed loop, It's metabolically complete. The grass grows, so it eats. It doesn't ask why the grass grows. It's satisfied. It's not staring up at the moon, wondering about its place in the cosmos. It just is. But us, we are the glitch in that perfect system. A beautiful, kind of chaotic glitch. We're what you might call infovores. It means we're biologically driven to hunt for meaning, to forage for information, just as desperately as a wolf forages for its next meal. So, an infovore. What does that actually mean? Well, think of it this way. For us, curiosity isn't just a hobby. It's a fundamental metabolic need. Your brain literally treats not knowing something like it's starving. So asking a question, that's you feeding your mind, trying to make sense of all the chaos and uncertainty out there. Okay, so next up, the hunt for meaning. We're going to look at the chemistry of the chase. If this curiosity is such a basic need, what's the engine driving it? Turns out it's all down to a pretty powerful chemical cocktail that's being mixed right inside your own head. And it's this brilliant two-part system. First, there's the hunt. Just the act of searching for an answer triggers a part of your brain called the striatum to release dopamine. Now get this. This isn't the reward for finding the answer. It's the reward for just looking. Your brain is literally paying you chemically to keep on searching. And then you get what I like to call the click. This is part two. When you finally find the answer, when that information gap closes and the puzzle piece just fits, your association cortex releases opioids. And that is the deeply pleasurable click of understanding. It's a rush, and it's a biological reward that makes you want to go out and solve the next mystery. And for some of us, about 20% of the population, this drive is, well, it's literally written into our DNA. There's a gene variant called DRD47R, and they call it the wanderlust gene. It's a genetic refusal to just sit still. It's an internal command that's always demanding we look at the horizon, always asking, what's next? Now, for our next section, the first shared question and the silent birth of we. See, this whole biological need to wonder, it wasn't a solo mission. It couldn't just stay locked up inside our heads. It had to get out. And when it did, well, that's when human culture really began. Think about this. Millions of years before we had language, before we could even form the words what or why, the first question was silent. It was just a gesture, an arm stretching out, a finger pointing. It was this simple but totally profound invitation to another person. Hey, come look at what I'm looking at. Come share this moment, this reality with me. And this is where things get really interesting. See, apes point, sure, but it's almost always imperative pointing. It's a demand. Give me that. But humans, we developed declarative pointing. We don't just point to get something, we point to share something. It's the difference between give me that apple and whoa, do you see that? It's a total game changer. That move from I want to let's see, that's what created the whole architecture of we. Scientists call it shared intentionality, and it's basically the psychological platform for, well, everything. All of human culture, our language, our art, our science, it's all built on that one simple act of wanting to share our wonder with someone else. All right, on to our next big idea, rebellion against the full stop. Because here's the thing, this built-in need to question everything creates a natural tension with the very worlds we try so hard to build. I mean, just think about it. Any system of power, any authority, what does it want? Stability, certainty, a nice, neat full stop at the end of the sentence. But our minds, with that infovore engine running, we're a wrecking ball shaped like a question mark. We are biologically programmed to look for the cracks in that wall. Which means that every single time you ask why, you're performing a small act of rebellion. You're making a claim that the standard answer you've been given, it's just not complete. It's a quiet dissent, a way of saying the story isn't over yet. Okay, let's take this one step further, to a place where the universe itself seems to be listening. We've gone from biology to culture, but what if we go cosmic? What if the simple act of asking a question isn't just about understanding the universe? What if it's what creates it? So I'm going to ask you this. What if the universe needs your question to become real? Now, I know that sounds like something you'd talk about at 3 a.m., right? But this isn't just philosophy. This is a real profound idea straight from the heart of quantum physics. The physicist John Archibald Wheeler, a total giant in his field, put it about as bluntly as you can. No question, no answer. He believed there was this incredibly deep connection between us asking and the universe existing. And this led him to his theory of the participatory universe. The idea, and it's a wild one, is that reality itself doesn't exist in a definite state until we observe it. It's all just a cloud of possibilities. The act of measuring it, which is really just a fancy way of asking a question, is what forces it to collapse into the one reality we actually experience. So let's just recap for a second. We've gone from a biological glitch in our own minds all the way to a quantum mirror reflecting our own curiosity. It suggests that your humble act of questioning, of just wondering why, that might be the very force that turns possibility into reality. And believe it or not, this journey doesn't end here. We're just getting started. Soon, we're going to explore things like the geometry of a secret, the immortality of a plastic spoon, even the currency of a smile. There's so much more. So, we'll leave you with a final thought to chew on. If the universe really is an answer, just waiting for us, what question are you going to ask it next?